It's that time again. It is Roland Garros final time, and this video is all about the women. We have world number one Aryna Sabalenka versus the American world number two Coco Gauff. It should be a great final, and this is my preview. Right, let's get straight into it, and you can see by the graphic, it is Sabalenka, it is Coco Gauff, and it is a first Roland Garros title on the line. This tournament has been dominated by Iga Swiatek over the last few years. She's looked unplayable at times, but her streak has come to an end, and Aryna Sabalenka defeated her in the semi-final from the top part of the draw, which was the stacked side. We had a lot of good players in there. We had Rybakina in there. We had the potential matchup with an Ostapenko-Iga that didn't materialise. But there was so many good players from that top half. And we knew that we could never get an Iga-Sabalenka final. And in a way, I'm really pleased we didn't, because we got to see it in the semis. And Sabalenka had far too much. In that third set, bageled Iga. Iga had the chance, I believe, to win in straight. She wasn't able to take it in that second set. But I think this is going to be a more competitive match than that one. I don't see either opponent, if it was to go to three, bageling the other, because I feel these two right now are more closely matched. I feel Iga has not been in great form. There's a reason why me and Ben did not pick Iga to go that far this year at Roland Garros. I think she's not playing nowhere near the level she can, which is completely opposite to Sabalenka. The way she's hitting the ball is phenomenal, and Gauff's going to have her work cut out. Of course, Coco Gauff will be the underdog for this final, but we'll go into some of the head-to-heads in a minute, because I find it quite fascinating. And like I said at the start of the video, this is world number one facing world number two, which is the first time on the women since 2013. And it gets crazier because the same's happened for the men now as well, which I believe for both of them, the last time that happened was 1984. You'd think it would happen more often with the number one and two seed making the Grand Slam finals, but it doesn't seem to happen here at Roland Garros that often. And just speaking about power, I thought this was a very interesting tweet and something which surprised me quite a bit. We speak about Sabalenka's power, but yet, average ground stroke speeds, Coco Gauff has been faster on both the forehand and the backhand. 72 mile an hour versus 71 on the forehand, and backhand 71 mile an hour versus 69. Granted, it's very close. But I think this just highlights that both ladies can really strike the ball hard. And maybe it's not going to just be a case of Sabalenka overpowering Coco. The key for Coco is for her to be returning well, to get into the rallies. We know how dominant Saba can be behind that first serve when she's stepping into the court on that sort of serve plus one or serve plus two. We need Coco Gauff to be able to return well, return deep, to allow the rallies to go. If, of course, you want to see a competitive match. If you just want to see Sabalenka win, then I'm sure you want Coco not to return so well. I, for one, want to see a really good close one between these two ladies, because I just think it's got the ability to be like that completely. I think both have been very impressive this year. And let's go maybe to the head-to-heads, because they've played quite a few times before. And if we look at, let's have a look at the Australian Open. I'm going to go there first, because that wasn't a Grand Slam, and that was the start of last year. You can see here, Sabalenka won in straight sets against Coco Gauff and avenged what happened in the final of the US Open. So this was the final in which Coco Gauff beat Sabalenka 2-1, and then she bounced back and beat her in the Australian Open in the next slam. The last match they played was very recently. It was in Madrid, only a month ago, and Sabalenka won that one 6-3, 7-6. So straight sets, but some close straight sets. And you can see, I mean, they've played since dating back from 2020. It's very mixed, though. It's very mixed for me. It seems like Sabalenka's won maybe just a bit more, but it's very close. And I don't really know what to read into this one. I mean, in Rome in 21, Gauff won, but I think that was too far away. The Madrid one's a good indicator, but these courts are definitely different. And I would just say this is a very even affair between two very good players. The odds, however, have it as Sabalenka, the big favourite. I would have that a lot closer, maybe sort of a 1.72 Saba, or even evens across the board. I really don't see much in it at all. Let's have a look at this one here. So this sums it up a little bit. It is a rematch of the 2023 US Open. The head-to-head is officially tied at 5-all. But Aryna won the most recent meeting in Madrid this year. Coco won the one time they met in a Grand Slam final. Aryna's playing her first Roland Garros final. Coco playing her second Roland Garros final. World number one versus world number two. Maybe it's time for me to give my prediction, and I might have given it away as I'm speaking. I just think, let's have a look at this because it will sort of explain what I'm going to say here, and that is who they've been playing this tournament. So Saba has beaten Teichmann, Danilovic, Anisimova, Qinwen Zheng, which is a tough opponent, and Iga. If you look at the bottom, Coco Gauff has beaten Valentova, Balskova, Alexandrova, all the overs there. Madison Keys was a really tough one, and Boisson. It's safe to say that Saba has had a lot tougher route through. Has she impressed me? Yes, she has. I think she's been super dominant in all of the matches. The Qinwen Zheng one was great because King had a break and looked like she could maybe take a set and make it an interesting match, but Saba slammed the door shut. And against Iga, she was really, really impressive, especially in that third set. Coco, though, I don't think she's been pushed really much at all. The Madison Keys match made her have to think a little bit more, but I feel like she always had her at arm's length. And the reason I'm going through this is because I'm going to base my prediction on something a little bit different. Saba's had the tougher draw. Coco's not had the tougher draw. I think she's going to be physically in better shape coming into this final. I think Coco Gauff is waiting for the moment to play someone who's going to really raise her level. And we've seen, especially the last 2 years, Coco has done a lot better against, say, the likes of Sabalenkas, the likes of your Igas, and all of the other top players on the women's tour. I think she will revel in the opportunity to play someone a little bit better. And I don't think she's had to necessarily exert herself so much this tournament. And on that basis, I'm going to actually be having it the other way around. Usually you say she's not playing anyone, she's not going to be ready. I think Coco is ready. She is hungry. She's got a lot of fight and a lot of aggression to try and win this thing, and hunger. And I think maybe not playing so many great players could work to her advantage in this occasion. So I'm going for a Coco Gauff victory in 3 sets. I think Coco will take the first, Saba will take the second, and Coco's going to come back and win the 3rd set and lift her first Roland Garros title. There we go. That is my prediction for the women's final at Roland Garros. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Have I lost the plot altogether going against Sabalenka? I don't think so. I think Coco Gauff may surprise some people, and she is who I'm backing to win this title. Let me know in the comments section if you haven't already. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon.